Alright everyone, welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Dungeons. I hope everyone is doing great today. I know that I am as always. My volume though is a little bit loud on my end. Let's just crank that down just a tad bit actually. So we are hopping right back on into things today. I'm actually really excited to play Minecraft Dungeons. Haven't played it in a couple days. Well, since our last recording, I typically don't play it unless I'm recording. No real need to, obviously, unless we're upgrading stuff at the blacksmith, which we're really not doing that often, to be completely honest. I mean, we can take a look at our blacksmith. We don't have anything in there right now, but we do have some cool stuff that we picked up in the last episode, including this fox armor, which is really, really cool. Now, I don't really recall if we purchased. I think we purchased this one, and it's pretty sick looking. Honestly, it is relatively cool looking. But we are going to completely mix it up today. We've been doing a lot of ancient hunts recently. Let's restock this guy. How much? We got plenty. Let's restock him. Let's see what he's got to offer to us. Nothing really. So we have been doing a lot of ancient hunts recently, like I just said, and they've been fun. They've been great. We've been getting a lot of cool stuff from it and experiencing a lot of new things. Unlocking all of the different ancients has been really cool. But I do want to continue on a few different things here. So we have completed the main story on not only the default mode, but also adventure mode. So I think it's about time we go through on apocalypse mode and defeat the main story. Now, there's not a lot of secrets for us to get now on apocalypse mode. It's more so just finding really good loot. More than anything else, that's really what I want to go through and find. And you have additional items that you can now obtain. Some more gear and artifacts are available. You can read it right here. All the items that come with Apocalypse mode. And there's a few things I do want to get. And I was talking on this in our last episode. If you didn't have a chance to catch it, I highly recommend checking it out. But I think we'll go back through our main missions here, at least some of them, I feel like, and complete them on Apocalypse mode. I feel like that would be a fun thing to try to go through and do. And there are some good lootable items that we can find along the way. Like there's some stuff here. Anywhere that has this little chest, we'll be able to find some new loot in it. Now, some areas don't have it, like the Soggy Swamp doesn't have anything there. Soggy Cave, nothing there. We also have daily trials we could take on. But I think today it would be cool to just go through and do normal Apocalypse mode. We are on Apocalypse mode. We can also see our missions here too. So this is kind of guiding us through, and I believe this is the first one. It's kind of I mean, it's kind of hard to like here's the story on it. Yeah, this is where the journey begins. Okay, is at the Creeper Woods. I wish that they would update it with like some numbering or something so you know what exactly the path was. I'm just trying to go off of recollection of what we've gone through in the past. With the Creeper Woods being first, and then I guess guiding us through, we could just do the new missions going off of that. So we're going to go and jump into the Creeper Woods today. There is an item that we could potentially find, and we could potentially find some really good replacement items for our current setup. So like a Torment Quiver, maybe some different artifacts as well, like a bone or something to replace our current sheep setup. Just some interesting things that we could possibly find. So without further ado, let me stop talking. Let's just hop into it and see what we got going on in the Creeper Woods today. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for the next DLC to come out for this game. They haven't announced anything for the next DLC. To be fair, Flames of the Nether just came out. I'm going to skip that. I'm sure all of you guys have heard the intro for this. Flames of the Nether just came out about a month ago now. And this is, we're recording, what, mid-April here? So, I mean, not too much time has elapsed since our previous DLC, obviously, but I'm always on the lookout for the next one. I'm super excited. I believe the next two are going to be in the ocean, an ocean one, and then a end one as well. And then it'll be kind of curious to see where we go from there. We do have 6 chests and 3 additional secrets to find on here. We've already found one of them, so no need to spend too much time there. We're mainly going to prioritize just kind of moving through, finding what we can find from chests, like different loot and stuff, and then just ultimately completing the level, obviously. Not going to spend too much time doing anything else other than that. I did go ahead and change our character skin as well. I went with this, like, green-looking, like, Viking or something. I thought it looked very cool with the ice armor that we currently have on, so a big fan of those colors together, that green and that kind of like blue, but also with the purple from our enchantments glowing on it, makes it look really awesome. I know I could be using the tab mode, or the tab button, I should say, to pull up the map, but old habits die hard. I'm so used to doing it by just pulling up the full map. I also feel like it offers a cool insight into where we're at, you know, in the map. If I do tab, it's kind of hard to see. You know, it overlays on top of where we're currently at. I think you can actually adjust that if you wanted to. But let's get this guy out of here. Now we just have to find the caravan. I feel like every time I jump back into Minecraft Dungeons, I'm just a tad bit rusty with all of the controls. I find myself looking back down at my keyboard relatively often to just make sure that I'm clicking the right buttons for the shortcuts that I want to be utilizing. I do play this on PC for those of you who are new here. Actually, when I started playing Minecraft Dungeons, I was playing it via Xbox Game Pass, but then ultimately just purchased the game. It was one of those things where Game Pass is really cool, but Game Pass is really cool if you can complete games, you know, within a relatively quick amount of time, I would say. For us, we were spending most of our time just playing Minecraft Dungeons, and I wasn't really utilizing... Oh, look at that, we got a level up. That's awesome. We get an enchantment point back. Will definitely be useful when we get into our next ancient hunt. But I really wasn't utilizing any of the other games on Xbox Game Pass. I had Doom Eternal that we were playing on stream, and then I also had Rage 2, which we were playing on stream at one point as well. Now, that was quite some time ago, obviously. Mainly, we were just playing Minecraft Dungeons in the more recent streams. Or not Minecraft Dungeons, I'm sorry. Altamod 6 in the most recent streams. But yeah, there was a point in time where I would utilize those games. But other than that, our main focus for it was Minecraft Dungeons. And Xbox Game Pass on PC, I believe, is $10 a month, which isn't that bad. But if you're only utilizing one game that pretty much only costs maybe like $15 to $20, it's not really all that worth it in the long run. So this is where you would find a new location, the secret location, for, I honestly forget which one it is. The Creepy Crypt, maybe, is what you can find from here. Ooh, and we did get a chest, but nothing too crazy. It'd be interesting if they ultimately implemented more ad hoc events for Minecraft Dungeons. Like, oh, this weekend, you know, double the chance to find legendaries, or, you know, double the experience, or whatever it may be. Maybe bumping up the difficulty, though, in that process. That'd be pretty cool. Very much how, like, you know, a Call of Duty might have it, where it's like, oh, double experience, double weapon experience, so on and so forth. It'd be really cool to see that in Minecraft Dungeons. It'd be cool to see them implement a weapon leveling system as well. So the more that you use a specific type of weapon, the more that you can actually unlock for it. That would be really cool. There's a lot of cool ideas for Minecraft Dungeons, and I'm just a little bit nervous considering that they've only announced 2 more DLCs for this. I feel like it's almost running its course, unless they really do plan to come out with even more for it, that they're going to move on away from it, rather than adding even more content into it, which will be a little bit of a bummer. But obviously, ultimately, that day comes for pretty much every single game, where, you know, you gotta transition from, you know, the old ways to the new. Maybe, you know, a Minecraft Dungeons 2 coming out or something along those lines. But this game's not that old, if I'm not mistaken. It's only maybe a year and a half, something like that. Get wrecked. So yeah, it's really not that old of a game, and I don't know. I feel like there's so much more they could add in, but hey, who knows? Maybe they will eventually. Maybe they will, you know, kind of batten down the hatches and really put their best foot forward with getting some of these cool ideas implemented. And I feel like I'm not the only one who's in that ballpark of thinking that. I feel like a lot of people who do play Minecraft Dungeons really want more to the game, just because it's pretty easy to get through most of it. And then after the fact, yeah, you can go, you know, hunting for loot, but even then, the chances of getting loot aren't, I feel like they're not as well defined as, let's say, like a Diablo game, you know, where you kind of know where you got to be looking for certain things. But anyways, and that's just me going on and on about it. Again, it'll be interesting to see what is to come in the months going forward. It'll also be interesting to see if they will announce a roadmap. That's actually what I was looking for just the other day for Minecraft Dungeons. I was looking for a roadmap because it's super useful to know. You know, like, what are you guys planning to do moving forward? Are you planning to do, more DLCs? Or when are the DLCs, the next 2 DLCs coming out? Because they haven't said anything around that yet. They just said that, they are to come. And if you do get the Season Pass, you get access to all of those. And I believe I mentioned in a previous episode that the Season Pass came with, I think it's Howling Peaks. Yeah, so the Season Pass comes with Howling Peaks, Flames of the Nether, and then the next 2 DLCs. Those are your DLCs that come with the Season Pass. Which, I don't know, I feel like the Season Pass just came out, and already 2 of the 4 DLCs are already knocked off the list. So, or it'd be cool to see intermediate updates to Minecraft Dungeons. Like, okay, don't add in a full-blown DLC, but let's add in, I'm not even going to bother going around that way. Let's add in just some update features, to the game itself. Kind of like what they did in coordination with the Flames of the Nether here. I was getting distracted. Where they added in a free update around it as well on the base game. So I think that's everything here. We kind of covered everything, so we can head back out. I thought there was another entrance, but I guess there's just the one way in and out. So there we go. All right, we're gonna keep on the main path here to find our caravan. Should be pretty straightforward. And so far, Apocalypse mode has been relatively forgiving to us, I would say. We really haven't run into too many problems there. I got kind of close to death just there a minute ago. But really, that was more so for me just not fully paying attention to the screen and just more so blabbering on like I normally do anywho. All right, let's get our sheep out here. Let's utilize our potion of health because we can use it while we are walking around. It'll regen a little bit, so if we get into a sticky situation, we can easily get ourselves out of it. So into here we go. This is another area that we can find, another nice little secret area. We're going to take on some waves of mobs. I believe it's all creepers, but it really shouldn't be too hard for us. There we go, and we got a chest, and still nothing that great. We did get a soul robe. This is also contributing to our overall inventory of things that we can offer for our ancient hunts. I'm not 100% sure if... I believe like unique or legendary items offer a little bit better chances on things, but I don't know how much better it is, or if there is actually anything at all that you can benefit from it. So we'll have to test it out. But it's good to have a backlog of items, because before we would really just destroy all of these or salvage them to get the emeralds, which it's always good to have emeralds, but oh my gosh, okay, we already have a good amount of emeralds. And here you go. This is the first kind of distinguished part of playing this map on Apocalypse mode here, is we have a redstone golem. Obviously, on normal or adventure difficulty, you would not have a redstone golem coming at you here. But we did get a bow, and we got some TNT, which will be hopefully useful down the line here. Hopefully we can actually get a good hit. Let's throw it over there. I don't think it's going to be good enough, but maybe we'll take out at least 1 or 2. Hey, look, we got another piece of TNT here. It would also be cool if they maybe added in features around, like, customizing your base. I mean, it is Minecraft, you know what I mean? So why wouldn't you have something that you could customize your base with? Even if it was very, very simplistic, like, oh, okay, you get trophies from taking out certain bosses, and those trophy heads you can display in your home. Or maybe you could upgrade your home over a period of time. You know, you collect emeralds, and you can actually, we missed the chest back here, we gotta go back. But you could actually, you know, upgrade your home. Kind of like, for maybe those of you who have played Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, there's ways that over time, I mean, it is a dungeon crawler as well, but I think it's classified as a dungeon crawler. But there is ways that you upgrade your base over time. And you can also upgrade where fellow companions are. So like you can have people that join your team. Now that's a whole different dynamic of having people join your team and things like that, and having, you know, sidekicks and companions and whatnot. But I think at the very basics of being able to customize your base in some form or fashion, it really should be here. Again, it's Minecraft. It's a Minecraft-ish game. I mean, it has it right in the title. So why wouldn't they include some kind of, you know, free-form, like, free-form flexibility and creativity for those people who play? I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on it. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Definitely leave some comments down below on what you hope to see. And if you're playing along, I'd be interested to know how many of you are actually playing Minecraft Dungeons as well, or still are. Maybe you had played it, but you have since kind of moved on to something different. And I'd be kind of curious to know, did you just get bored with it, or what necessarily happened? Yeah, I just like to know some additional perspective from it. It's always easy enough to understand your own perspective, but you always got to take into consideration other perspective, and it's just interesting to know. So we're making some really good progress here. Running into some more enemies. I guess I should have taken that as a note as well. I don't think the redstone golem was really our first indicator of this being on a higher difficulty. These guys are probably a better indicator of that than the golems. So let's take a peek here. We are getting up onto our supply cache over here. We should have one chilling, I believe. So let's go right on in here. There we go. We get some supplies. I believe there is some of these in here as well, and there's nothing really else in here. I always am curious, like I feel like there should be more in here, but there never really is, which is a little bit unfortunate. I always hope for you know, some new cool things. Wow, okay, we got some enchanted spiders down here, but really this shouldn't be too bad to take them out. I feel like we just got completely bombarded with spider webs there, but there we go. No time at all. We're good. All right, we're gonna keep moving on here. I'll bring you guys back if we find something cool. All right, guys, so we have reached the part of freeing the villagers here. So that's what we're gonna do. We do have just 5 villagers once again to free. Nothing too crazy. Get these guys taken out. And obviously check the outskirts for any possible chests. Doesn't really look like we have too much to go off of here. My nose is a little bit runny right now. Don't know why. But here we go. We're going to keep going on. We got sheep here. Thank you, Mr. Sheep. There's another villager right there. And there was actually a sheep that stuck with them. That's kind of funny that there was a sheep with them as well. All right, we're going to come around the corner and have a couple of guys to take out here. We did have another villager. I believe it's a beekeeper, if I'm not mistaken, which is kind of cool. I've been trying to find one in our All the Mod 6 playthrough. But we obviously haven't had any luck with it just yet. Well, I really haven't been broadcasting it that much that I'm looking for it in my playthrough. But I have been keeping an eye out because we have been tinkering with resourceful bees in our All the Mod 6 playthrough. So the other place that you could have a chest is back this way, and it doesn't look like there is anything. I do like this, like, little, whatever it is, like cabin, or like, there's a word for it, and I can't think of it right now. All right, let's take a look at the map here. So nothing over that way. Typically, you're not going to find any chests over here. Here is the button, though, for the artifact. If you guys are curious, you don't have to wait until apocalypse mode to get the artifact. But obviously, we can come in here. I don't think there's anything additional we can get, like, even if we find this. Like, if I click on this, I don't know. I don't think it gives us anything, does it? Because we've already found this one. Yeah, it doesn't give us anything. Which, again, is a little bit of a bummer. I would have hoped that, you know, like if you had already found it and you come back on a different mode, let's say, then it would offer you maybe a golden chest or something like that. Like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. You know, a guaranteed chest of some kind. Even if it wasn't golden, let's say. Let's tone it back even more. Even if it was just, it had a chance of spawning a chest of some kind, be it a normal one or a golden one, it'd be pretty cool, other than just not having any kind of use at all. So But anyways, we are moving right along. We freed all of our villagers there, so all we got to do now is get out. And honestly, we really haven't found too much great loot along the way. We have picked up a few things here, but really nothing earth-shattering. Again, we will take the time to look through stuff. There is an additional secret that we have not found in here, I guess, but there's a huge area to go back there. And then one more chest to open. Don't know if it's necessarily worth our time. I'm guessing the last chest is going to be in the long side path over here. But I guess we're going to have to find out. I'll probably just cut this away. Alright guys, so yeah, that last chest was down there. If we pull up the map, you could see it was all the way down there, so I mean, it is what it is. It does say we have one more secret that we did not find, unfortunately. But you know what? It's fine. It is what it is. I am not gonna cry over that we didn't find the additional secret. I really don't know what it is. I'm a little bit confused, but I'm not always extremely well versed with where all the secret locations are for things within each map here. I know I've played a lot of these maps a lot, but you know, I'm not always, I don't keep a full track of secret locations other than the ones that are presented to us, you know what I mean? Like all of the ones that give us an actual entryway that pops up every time. I obviously keep track of those. Those are pretty easy to identify. And there we go. We are going to get out of here. That's the last objective here. And we're going to throw that down there. Don't know if it hit any of those guys. I'm not even going to bother with that little pot that was back there. Not really worth all of our time. I think the other secret is actually, I think it's here at the end, if I'm not mistaken. Like there's a button that you can press to open this, I thought. Don't recall where exactly it is, because I think you can open this up here at the end. But I think it's kind of tricky to find. Hold on one second. I'm not 100% sure on that one. I thought there was, but maybe I'm mistaken. So we're just gonna get out of here. Let's get out of here. That's gonna be a W under the belt, boys.
All thanks to you.
All thanks to us. I am going to skip over a decent amount of the narrative stuff because we've already been through it twice. So if you are interested in catching any of the narrative, we have plenty of episodes that you can take a peek through. That'll give you some insights. Yeah, that's the skin that we changed to. It looks like a green or cyan bearded Viking of some kind there. Yeah, this is crazy. As we get higher into our progression, the damage we deal is just insane. So let's see, what did we end up with as our final item here? A tasty bone, which will give us a wolf companion. So nothing honestly too crazy from that. I'm a little bit disappointed, but that's gonna be how it is. Honestly, going through a lot of this stuff, we will have our ups and downs, but ultimately that is kind of just the piece of it. You know, we are going to have really good runs, we're gonna have average runs, and we're gonna have catastrophically horrible runs. It's just how it goes. Let's take a peek through our merchants here though and see if there's anything that pops out as something that we would really want to have. This is actually pretty cool. Plus 10 arrows per bundle. But I still like the armor that we rock. So the armor that we rock is this frostbite armor. We have plus 50% souls gathered because we do have a soul build. So there's no question. We don't need that. That's junk for our build. Anything in this one then? A snow bow, thief armor. The piglin is kind of cool. I would be interested in trying out different builds. I think it would be really cool to see what we could come up with. But our build is so OP as it is. I'm like, I don't know if I want to. Oh wow, look at this. The verdant robe. Plus 260 health, minus 40 artifact cooldown, plus 15 movement speed aura, increases maximum souls, and plus 1 soul gathering. We're gonna buy it. Why not? I'm actually kind of cool. I'm kind of cool. I mean, I wouldn't go that far. I'm not that cool. Kind of interested to see. So we have Acrobat, reduces times between rolls, which is pretty nice. Recycler, being hit by damage inflicting projectiles will occasionally craft a small quiver of arrows. It's actually kind of cool. We don't really deal fire damage, so that doesn't much matter. We also have a fire trail, or we could do fire trail. Yeah. Deals damage to 4 mobs, which would obviously increase that. A blast occurs every 5 seconds that pulls nearby enemies towards you. Now, it's not really that great. And then snowball. This could actually be pretty interesting to check this bad boy out, especially with the cooldown, the artifact cooldown. We could do a different build around it. Obviously, our overall damage is not going to be the same because we have plus 30 range damage, which is really what we're getting at. And we do lose Tumblebee, but we do still have that increases our maximum souls and +1 on soul gathering. Don't know how that translates. We have +2 on that, but this is plus 50% souls gathered. So I don't know. It's pretty cool though. I'm about it. I think it looks cool. Can we restock? We can, but it's very expensive. I don't even bother with the mystery merchant anymore just because it's too up in the air, to be completely honest. Let's check out our piglin merchant. I think it's going to be the same, obviously. Yeah, it is going to be the same just because we haven't gone through an ancient hunt. So I am curious with what we have in our pocket right now. Is it going to be, you know, can we make a decent build off of this for an ancient hunt? So we have that in there. We can throw this armor stuff in here. So we did pick up a wolf armor. We could offer that. No ancient mobs are, you know, into this, I guess. So what if we added a bow as well? Okay, now this would do it. So we could make one off of there, and there is an unknown ancient. We would also have to contribute decent amount of points as well. I feel like that's where it comes in. We can offer really good stuff to this, and ultimately it bumps up our overall chances and decreases the amount of points that we have to invest, probably. But guys, with that being said, we are going to wrap up the episode there. I am curious, I do want to just look at this one last time. Yeah, 2064 health, 2064 health. That's better than this. We might even just use this while we upgrade our frostbite armor. We'll probably try it out. It'd be kind of cool. You know what? Let's just do it. We do need to upgrade this bad boy. So why don't we try it out? It's not going to hurt for us to try it out. I do want to wrap up the episode here, though. But let's get this one last thing done. I do need to take off the armor first. That would be useful. Of course, I don't know if it's coming through on video, but I do live in an apartment complex. And of course, they decide to take the whole entire day to mow. Like, why does it take a whole entire day to mow an area? Where is this armor? I took it off, so we have that one there. Oh, there it is, all the way at the bottom. Yeah, we definitely want to upgrade this. We only have to go through adventure difficulty for this, so if you could find one on apocalypse mode, that'd be awesome. And in the meantime, we're going to put this on, and we're going to look hilarious. I think we need to change our skin, actually, again. So I think acrobat is going to be really good to do that. We're going to do fire focus, and then finally we're going to do our fire trail, because that should bump up things. That's going to create a lot of damage, and we're going to be able to roll really quickly here, which is awesome. And if we could get a different artifact in here that helps us with some movement or fire damage in general, that would be really nice as well. Unfortunately, we just kind of got to figure that out. You know, we got to find something that would help us with fire damage. I guess we could try this. I said I wasn't going to, but I would like a different artifact. It's 380. No, we're not doing that. That's dumb. But anyways, guys, we're going to wrap it up there. So thank you so much for tuning in today. I appreciate it so very much. If you did enjoy this episode, definitely leave a like down below. Better yet, leave a comment. Like I was saying earlier, I'd love to hear your thoughts around Minecraft Dungeons. If you are new here, you do want to follow along, definitely hit that subscribe button and bell notification. I'll let you know every single time a new episode is posted here on the channel. We do stream over on Twitch. I mentioned it earlier. We're playing all the Mod 6 right now. So if you're interested in catching a chill live stream, link for that is in the description down below, along with a link to our Discord, which is open to anyone in the community. Anyone can join. Obviously, we just ask that you are respectful and polite if you are going to join in. I do spend a relatively decent amount of time over there answering people and just chit-chatting, but I also do post updates over there if you do want to keep in the know with everything that is going on. It's a good place for that information. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it so very much, and I will catch you all in the next one. Take it easy.